I'm autistic, and my life has been absolutely bizarre. Between my autism, my time with older women, getting kidnapped, or working on Wall Street, I've lived a pretty unusual life. So I'm not surprised that you guys have some questions. I'm gonna answer a few of the most common ones. Maybe the first of which is, are you actually autistic? Look, I get why people ask this. It's a trendy thing to fake, but the answer is yes, absolutely. I was formally diagnosed when I was maybe 5 years old, and my condition made the first 20 years or so of my life absolute hell. Socially, romantically, academically, you name it, it sucked. I'm glad to say that it's gotten a lot easier, but I'll be straight with you. It's still hard. But I've made peace with the fact that some of these challenges are with me for life. So I just need to keep making the next right choice. Another question I get a lot of, no joke, is how do you look so sexy and autistic at the same time? The short answer is no, I don't. What the hell are you talking about? The longer and more serious answer is that I've put a lot of work into my appearance, but it doesn't really hide the autism, it just goes alongside it. Look, I can style my hair poorly, or I can style my hair well. But no matter what I do, the top half of my face will always have that autism Botox. And quite frankly, a lot of my life is like this. I'm always going to be different. But crucially, different does not have to mean bad. Somebody else asks me if I think it's okay for guys to have long hair. And you know, I try not to take stances on things like this, but I'll be honest, I don't like it. There are a few men who can really rock it, but the vast majority do not. Somebody else asks me if I'd rather be stranded in the woods with a woman or a bear. In most situations, I would say the woman, but I'll admit there's a lot more meat on a bear. Somebody else wants to know my opinion on Filipino people. According to that one meme, and mind you, I can't verify this, Filipinos are the most powerful race. So just in case that's true, I am a huge fan of Filipinos. If you speak Tagalog, I'm glad to have you tag along. Somebody else asks me what pushes me to keep going despite the immense challenges I face. I'll be real with you guys, carrying on living has not always seemed like the best option. Things got a lot easier once I had a specific and plausible goal that I was working towards. And for me, that means finding an incredible wife and starting a beautiful family. And it certainly doesn't hurt knowing that there are tens of thousands of people who are desperate to see me win. Another question posed was, can I rizz up a girl with Sonic the Hedgehog? No. I'm not going to qualify it, I'm not going to expand on it. All I have for you is no. My favorite chain restaurant, well, that's easy. It's Ike's Lovin' Sandwiches. Make sure to get the Jamie Sirewich extra dirty on Dutch crunch bread with Swiss instead of pepper jack. I promise you, it will be one of the best damn sandwiches you have in your entire life. Somebody asks me how to get past the resting bee face. You know, autism can make you look grumpy. You basically need to overcompensate and smile way too much, not just with your mouth, but with your eyes as well. Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi? Well, apologies to PepsiCo, but I'm not going to dignify that one with a response. How to get out of the friend zone with a girl? Don't. Move on and find someone who does want to date you. How did I learn to code? For those not aware, I was a software developer for a long time. I didn't really go to college. I just taught myself how to code. And eventually, I worked my way into a job on Wall Street where I was pulling down almost $200,000 a year. I started by learning how to build websites in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And just knowing that, plus a little bit of Python, took me really far. I will say that software engineering is a much worse career now than it was then. But knowing about computers and how to code is still a great skill to have. This guy wants to know how to turn the tables on women that treat him like a pet. All I have to say is stop interacting with them. You're not going to change the relationship you've got with those particular women, so if you don't like it, break it off. And if you've watched the video this far, I'm going to ask that you like, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. I've got a lot of content planned, but let me know what you want to see in the comments. Yours, as always, Fritz Johnson, signing off.